about your dad's hairstyles.
My dad's hairstyles?
Yes. What is the inspiration behind those crazy 80s hairstyles?
Well, I'm going to be honest. In the early years, the inspiration was how little we had to make an episode from week to week, which is why his early pieces are far inferior to the later ones. It's really driven by the bottom line, as most things are. We got a little more successful, we had a little more in the wig budget, and then they look a little better, and they look a little better. And, now we just do it. And you're not ready for what happens. You're not ready for what happens when I get kicked in the shin for the 6th time.
No kicking.
Yeah, it's not our proudest moment, Corbin's dues. But I appreciate that you tried to put like a cool 80s spin on it for us. That was nice.
Okay, no problem. So wait, let's move on to your love interest. Now, what can we expect to happen between Sean and Juliet in the next season?
Well, we finally kind of had him hook up after 5 years of will they or won't they, pushing and pulling. And now we have the responsibility of not jumping the shark and killing the show because we put two characters together. And I think it's a slippery slope, but I think we've been handling it pretty well. The Psych is at its core a show about two best friends who are living a childhood dream, and as long as we stick to that formula, I think we're going to be okay. And if every once in a while we give a little time to the Sean and Juliet relationship to let it sort of become its own thing, then hopefully the balance will not be thrown off and keep everybody happy.
All right, understood. And fans are dying to know, have you ever been able to swim with the dolphins?
I haven't in life either, but I'm going to. That's a big box on my bucket list.
Hey, dolphin.
That's right. Hello, dolphin. Hello.
Hello, dolphin.
Meet a Roday. Sorry.
It's okay. Go right ahead. It's okay. So back to the 80s references.
Yes.
Do you have a special spot in your heart for Duran Duran? I mean, what's up with the 80s references?
Yes to Duran Duran. Yes to the 80s. Music, movies, fashion. Yeah, I'm just a big 80s guy. So is our show creator. And Psych has given us a canvas on which to paint all of our 80s love. And it's kind of a bottomless chest of gold, really. There's still so much wealth that we haven't even mined yet. And I think that's sort of why we were able to reach the demographic that we reached initially, is because we were bringing back stuff that people hadn't thought of, in 30 years. Yeah.
Bringing them back, the nostalgia.
Bringing back the nostalgia, man. And we do it with our guest stars too. It's a lot of fun, and for us, it's like working with people that you idolized when you were a kid. And all of a sudden, not only do you meet them, like you're working with them. It's really surreal on our show sometimes because of that 80s connection.
No, I'm sure it's very incredible. And will you ever reconnect with Gus's sister again? Will that happen?
It's a good question, a fair question. And the answer is not in season 6.
Okay.
Joy's off saving the world. Is she in the Peace Corps? Is she in the Peace Corps or something? She's off. She's got bigger fish to fry than my fish.
Okay, so maybe season 7 we'll see more of you and her together. Perhaps. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Okay. How close will we ever get to the department finding out you're not a real psychic?
I would say probably dangerously close, but the longer that it goes and the more cases and murders that we solve, I feel like the less of an impact it's going to have. Because you can't, the numbers don't lie, Tiffany. 92 murders solved and counting. Who cares? Who cares if he's a psychic or not? That's what I say.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I think Lassiter is probably the only presence left in the station that really cares. But yeah, we'll have to deal with it at some point. I think it's going to be a bigger deal with Juliet because on a personal level, he's been lying to her for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Imagine a man who had an emotional investment holding that big of a lie under wraps for 5 years.
Yeah, it's a pretty big lie.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big lie.
It'd be a tough one to get over.
Absolutely, I think so. So tell me, thank you for, we have to thank you for keeping us entertained with all the Lassie jokes. Now, they never get old to us. Will Lassiter ever find love?
As a matter of fact, I'm glad you asked this question. This is the season that Lassiter finds love. I was lucky enough to have co-written and directed that episode, so it was very near and dear to me. Because while on paper it looks like our vampire episode, because it is, what it became, and for me anyway, was the story of Lassiter finding potentially his life partner in the last place you would ever imagine Lassiter as we know him to find love. Very fond of the episode, very fond of Tim's work in the episode. I can tell you, yes, for all of you Lassiter fans out there, he gets something nice this year.
Fabulous, you heard it right there.
And it's not hers.
Okay. Thank goodness. Yeah. Thank goodness. And would you say that is maybe your favorite episode, to direct or...
This season so far, probably. Of all time, it's such a difficult question because, we've done over 7,000 episodes, and it's tough to remember them all. And they're fun for different reasons, But I think if, in terms of like Dulé mentioned getting to dress up like Michael Jackson, we did a Spanish soap opera episode where my character became Spanish-speaking delivery boy. It's been most of the episode play acting, which for me was about as much fun as I think it was for Dulé.
Everything sounds like a blast.
It is a blast.
I'm sure you have
Look, man, we are lucky dudes. Dulé was already a lucky dude because he was on the West Wing for 113 years. He actually grew up on that show. And so for him, I think it's just par for the course. But for the rest of us, this is, we work under a lucky star. We've got a really good thing going on. It's like,
great to hear.
Fans are a big part of that. And now so are you, Tiffany.
Yes, absolutely. Now, so last question.
Yes.
Jerk chicken or pineapple shrimp?
Well, I know that Dulé would say jerk chicken.
Come on, so that's right.
So I'll say pineapple so that we don't throw off the balance there.
Okay.
And everybody gets some love.
And then anything else you would like to add for fans? Upcoming episodes, anything they might not know?
Well, they already know they're the best fans in the world because they live with themselves, right? They shower, they clean their own bodies, and they know how good they are. Thank you. I mean, Comic-Con is a wonderful opportunity for us to say thank you back to all the people that keep us on the air and employed. So thank you for being great fans. We feel pretty darn good about Season 6. Would I be honest enough to tell you if we didn't feel good about Season 6? Probably not. But you look at me in the eyes and tell me I'm lying.
Okay, fantastic. Unless there's anything else you would like to add.
Very satisfied.
Okay,
Thank you.
wonderful. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you.